such an asshole.
Look at this, we got another guy from Australia. I love it. Fucking love it. We're getting you guys down and us. Spread the word. Tell all the boys. Tell the girls, but I don't think they'll listen. Dear Mr. Clary, greetings from Australia. I'm a recent follower of your channel and I've watched a few of your videos of interest. On the whole, you have both made me realize that I'm not the only one who thinks these things and was brainwashed, while also giving me a slight kick in the ass. That's the internet, man. That's the internet. Thank God, we are freeing a lot of minds. It's not even necessarily freeing minds, but it's like making you realize, no, you aren't wrong. Like, yeah, it's the Truman Show. We're freeing up a ton of people on the Truman Show. Originally, I wanted to write and ask about girls, but I realized that some things are pointless to talk about, so instead, jobs. Much more practical. Awesome. Cutting a long story short, I'm 25 and 1 year off from completing an engineering bachelor degree. I do work part-time in a non-related field to support myself, but the hours aren't contracted, so there's good periods and bad periods. I think it's drying up a bit and could result in me losing this job soon. The two things I hate are, one, sitting around, and two, university life. This is a dilemma because I want to get a job to support myself and add to my career prospects, but work is often full-time or nothing, which means I would have to slow down and prolong university. And I mean going from 1 year left to 2 to 3 to 4 years more. Whoa! Ooh. University debt in Australia is priced at the Consumer Price Index and has no interest, so I am not worried about paying while I study. This is just for living expenses and setting up my future. I can see three options for my employment prospects over the coming years. One, I could continue full-time study and finish it. That means a volatile year if I lose my job, plus I will have to look for a career job afterwards anyway. Two, I could drop my university right back. I could drop university right back and prolong it while taking up full-time work, but I will lose my study welfare, and thus could very well become very poor if I don't land a job. Yeah, but you're only going to be poor for like a year. Three, I could start my own business using the skills I do have, ride out the remains of the current job, and try to balance university and self-employment. But this is a three-pronged approach balanced with student welfare. I hate how government money, like, oh, I might get that government check. I might get me some government cheese. It's like, work or not, I mean, it just, yeah. I know, it's a factor. It's very, yeah, if they're going to pay you, hell yes, take advantage of it. There's a lot to be said for simplifying shit. Like, everyone's like, well, if I pay off my mortgage, I will lose the mortgage interest deduction. I don't know if you guys have it in Australia. And it's like, just pay off your fucking mortgage, for fuck's sake. I'm leaning towards option 3 as I only need a slight benefit over welfare to get by. The issue is that I get a bit nervous about running a business and suckered into how can I afford X for this accounting software? How do I market before I've even done anything? Some people say just do things for dirty cash as much as possible. Yeah, they're right. Others suggest writing a business plan and sort it all out and track every transaction. What do you recommend in this situation? If it's leaning towards self-employment, how do I go about it in a steady, self-productive manner? For IT services, do I want to try to gain more certifications, cost of time before I go for the small fry? Keep in mind I have a few skills in IT, but not a lot of experience. I was late to the labor market so much that I only actually have 2.5 years experience in any paid work. Well, that's like, you're not a rookie. That's not bad. I do have a diploma in electrical engineering and can write code, which is what my own business would likely include, these services, code, and IT. I'll leave my life story and girls for another consultation. IQ 126, studying robotics engineering. Dude, that's not bad. You got some assets there. Not bad at all. All right, let's. I had another questions. Well, help me understand this. You have a part-time job now, but the company wants you to come on full-time. And if you do come on full-time, what will the pay be? Also, how much would you lose in study welfare if you went and worked full-time? Finally, do you have a business in mind already that you could start working on tomorrow? Or is this just in the idea phase? All right, so he responds, I work in retail as a casual. That must mean something in Australian, like a temp worker or something. The store wanted a full-timer, which I was like, well, I don't want full-time, I got to study. So I offered to my mate, which ended up taking it and all my high-paying shifts along with it, which put the squeeze on me. I went from like a $400 to $500 a week down to I've just got to find an extra 100. Thank you for not converting this into fortnights. I have fucking that's like, oh, and 5 3 pence from 4 or 6 scores a goal fortnights. Like, fuck! What the fuck does that mean? Breaking out the fucking cray supercomputer, figure out what a fortnight translates into what us normal Americans use. Hours aren't set in stone, so with my mate around, it's like, hey, we can rely on the casual less. I would lose all my welfare if I worked full-time, which is great. I don't want to leech from the system. Dude, hey, look, all those women in Australia, they voted to suck the government dick. Okay? So, if they're going to vote, look, did you vote? Did you vote Conservative? Did you vote, was it Turnbull? Did you vote for the Conservative Party? You did? Alright, are they still going to give you government cheese? Then you fucking take it. You fucking take it. Girls want to vote the socialist government cheesy, you fucking take it. Absolutely. I would lose all my welfare if I worked full-time, which is great. I don't want to leech from the system. You do want to leech from the system. The question is more about how can I transition out of university, more or less because I'm getting into my final year. I'm still in a shitty retail job. I would not go into full-time retail, for instance. Yeah, you don't want to do that. If I can make do with full-time study and welfare, retail would prolong the university hell, not get me closer to my goals. I don't have a business set up. It's an idea phase. I've thought about doing an IT consultant sort of side business specializing in techniques that I've learned in university. This is the idea, confident in its execution. I want to play by the rules, but it'd be easier if I took cash. Dude, take cash. Just take cash. Because you're small fry now. Just learn your ropes now. Look, you think you're not going to start the next Apple computer, all right? Just get a little business going. Learn and look, the tax authorities of Australia are not going to come for you because you took 200 quid under the table. All right? Learn the basics. This is just, get your feet wet. Take some side gigs. Learn how business works, the contract, the discussion, the negotiation. All right, let's talk about your general goals. Let's go back to your 3 main. Work full-time and finish it, but that means volatile year. If I lose my job, all right, but your job is retail. Let me double check. Non-related field. Okay. All right, hours on contract. Okay, here's the deal. Don't work full-time. It's not related to your field. If you're working for an engineering firm and they say, hey, we want you to come on full-time, cool. But since it's not an engineering firm, that's not your career, fuck it. And you don't want to be going to school for 2 to 3 or 4 more years. Bang out university, get that fucking shit done and over with, work your part-time gig over at the retail, and then at the same time, what you're going to do is you're going to run your side business. Now, you don't know what your side business is, and that's fine. That's fine. You're not supposed to know right off the bat. But what I would do is whatever ideas you have, I don't want you getting into the restrictive thought process or the box of I must set up a PLC or whatever the corporate entity is in Australia. Don't set up that organization. Don't set up I need accounting software. I need people. No. Go online. Look for RFPs, requests for proposals. Look for some contract work. You got some skills. Put together a website. Bob's Engineering Hut. Bob's Programming Shack. Whatever it is. Just start small. Don't make it official. Don't make it anything fancy. All right, and the reason why is you're going to spend way too much time setting up a corporation or a business and get your business. You're not going to get the money for that. What's more important right now is that you learn entrepreneurship, how to hustle, how to market, of what you can do while you're working your part-time gig and you're going to school. I'm not saying like you got to spend 10 hours a week at this, but come up with a simple business idea. What are your services? What are your skills that you're going to offer? What's in demand? And then you offer that. People want Python programmers. PythonProgrammers.com. Hey, come to Pete's PythonProgrammers.com. We program your Pythons. But you get my. Don't think this is going to be a big thing. At most, maybe set up a website and with a little PayPal account. Right? You do your contracts. You do your request for proposal. You do some contracting work. Get a little bit used to that. That's where you're going to dip your toe in for this next year. And your goal isn't necessarily to make money. Cool if you do. Don't lose money. Your goal is to learn how to hustle, how to be an entrepreneur, how to run a little side business, how to run a little side game. And then I'm like, oh, I learned it. You're going to learn more about the industry. You're going to learn what's in demand. And then ideally, after that year of learning, not just in college, but learning about starting a business, running a business, getting a little bit of side business going on, you'll have your degree, you'll have some experience, you might even have a client base, and now you're in a pretty position. You can work full-time because you got your degree, you can go the corporate route, and at the same time, all right, I learned something from running this little side business, shitty as it was. Now I'm an entrepreneur. Now I got that, and I'm going to start a new company. And then maybe you set up a small little official corporate entity. Now I am going to do that. And then you are going to have a business account because of everything you learned. Predominantly mistakes is what you're going to learn. And then hopefully over that year you got some clients, you got some contacts. And then boom, you're in the perfect position. You got yourself a STEM degree. You're working at a corporate gig. You got your side gig going on. And hopefully that side gig builds up enough to the point you don't need the corporate gig anymore. But that's what your goal should be. Do not work full time. Do not go work at the fucking retail office. It has nothing to do with your career. All right? Knock out college. Get it done. You're only a year away. Don't fuck this up. You've been going to school since you were 5. You can last another year. Knock that fucking shit off. Be done with it and be done and over. And just finish university. But yeah, do not work full time at your retail. Collect your welfare, government suck dick, government cheese studies. Say hi to Turnbull while you're sucking his dick for us. Thanks for the government money, Prime Minister Turnbull. Is it Turnbull? Did I remember that right? I used to be so much better. Prime Minister Turnbull. I don't know if they're presidents or whatever. Malcolm Turnbull. Yeah, when you're sucking his dick and getting the government money, because the women voted that in on over in Australia. Thank you, Prime Minister Turnbull. Just take the money and fucking run. All right, that's it. That's your option. That's what you're going to do. I like the entrepreneurial spirit, but don't start too big, okay? All right, you guys got questions? Come talk to your American older brother. Apparently there's an Australian older brother. That would have been Adam Piggott, but then he moved. He skipped town. He said, like, fuck this shit. Fuck the diversity. I'm out. But come visit assholeconsulting.com. Check out the books over on amazon.com and listen to the Clary podcast over on soundcloud.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.